At Blossom, Sunday, June the 14th. Tickets are on sale if you hit up livenation.com. A couple of tickets here for you. If you are caller number 12, good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
The Alan Cox Show.
It's really just for people who are into that sort of thing.
A totally different thing.
And frankly, it's barely for them. 100.7 WMMS.
Got some funny people on the show over the next week. Whitney Cummings will be joining us on Tuesday.
Nice.
And then our buddy Tom Papa on Wednesday.
Big fan of both of them.
He's got a new hour on Netflix premiering Tuesday called You're Doing Great. And Whitney's got something too. So we'll chat with both of them next week. I will also have tickets for you for a whole slew of shows coming through.
Tonight's Mark Maron. I think that's close to sold out.
Mark Maron tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to that.
You going to Maron?
Mm-hmm.
Sunday morning, looking ahead, if you're up very early, 8 o'clock every Sunday morning, it's the Week in Cox. That is 2 hours of the best stuff from this week that we condense into 120 minutes. I assume Bill and Poundcake are your hosts?
Yeah, probably. And
Okay.
is Baklava Mask going to make the cut? You'll have to listen and find out.
You'll have to find... Boy, people are excited about the Lethal Weapon sequel who are texting me.
Are they really?
Are they
Okay,
trolling
well,
me?
Yeah, I think so.
Are
Probably
they trolling me?
I said people don't want it, or they don't need to make it.
Yeah, but I bet our demographic has a pretty big overlap with the people who are nostalgic for the first one.
Then watch the first one.
But also,
Yeah, but-
you said they're very old now.
Yeah, they are old.
The actors, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when they made the, what's it called, with Indiana Jones.
The Last Crusade.
No, and past The Last Crusade. The Kingdom
Oh,
of the
God, yeah,
Crystal
you're
Skull.
right. Yeah, with Shia
Trash.
LaBeouf.
Trash movie.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I was very excited about that, and I'm
Kate
like...
Blanchett. It should have all worked.
It should have worked, and it was garbage.
I do like when they show, like, Harrison Ford and Sean Connery played father and son.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, in real life, Sean Connery is about 6 years older than Harrison, because Harrison Ford's pushing 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see him in these rough and tumble movies, and he's kept himself in really good shape. Talk about a guy who keeps surviving plane crashes.
All right?
Right.
You know? This guy I was in L.A. when he crashed a plane
I remember that.
in Malibu or something,
Yeah.
in the middle of Santa Monica Park.
Yeah.
And like a few miles away from me, they're like, yeah, Harrison Ford's inside. He got up, walked
Was
away.
he drunk or something?
No, he's just...
Just a terrible pilot?
Well, I don't know if he's terrible, but I think he goes
It's
up...
just, he's in those little, like, Cessna planes that always crash. They always have problems.
Yeah, these little prop planes that he takes up. So, listen, they're going back to the well with Gibson and Glover, and, you know, they're old and whatever. They should call it Lethal Wiping.
Hey.
How about that?
I
Yeah.
like that. I'll go see it now.
Somebody has to come in there and...
They're in diapers.
Well, because...
And it's somebody's job, and they might die.
What's one of the classic scenes from Lethal Weapon?
I don't know.
Roger
When he gets
Murtaugh is
he's
on the toilet because he's
Sitting
convinced
on
that
the
there's a
toilet.
bomb there. There is a bomb. I shouldn't say he's
Yeah.
convinced. There's a bomb on his toilet. Mm-hmm. This is how terrorists in the 80s used to take care of people, is they would surreptitiously sneak into their house and attach explosives to the crapper. Because you figure, oh my God, as a narrative device, what's more funny than an exploding toilet?
And you're helpless, pants around the ankles. I mean, it all adds up.
God, remember when we used to just beat the hell out of the Mel Gibson tapes?
I mean, I was...
Almost a decade ago.
That's pre-me. Like, when they were all coming out. That was before I was on the show.
The Mel Gibson
I was
tapes
just
when he
listening.
was screaming at
Yeah.
his Russian girlfriend. And people forget because of all that. Mel Gibson was a famously married guy. Uber Catholic, allegedly. I mean, like most people who are uber religious.
It's a
He
mask.
doesn't walk the
It's a
walk
balaclava.
at all. And but he was married to his wife for like 30 years. They had a brood of kids. Robin Gibson was his wife. So every time they do a thing on Mel Gibson...
Stern?
He and his wife... What?
Oh, Robin Quivers.
Mel Gibson married for a long, long time, and then, you know, he, in those tapes, tells his Russian girlfriend that I left my wife because we had nothing in common spiritually, which I guess the spirit in his wiener wanted to do something else, but Maybe he found out his wife was a Jew after 30 years. What the hell do I
What was
know?
the quote? You have two jobs to like shut up and
You can go down.
Yeah, go down on
right.
me,
And
yeah.
orally service me. Yeah.
yeah. Good job, Hollywood. Way to bring him back. He's done his time. Idiots.
I mean, listen, everyone deserves a chance at redemption.
Yeah.
But Mel Gibson believes some things that don't go away.
Yeah.
You
He
believe
still
them.
believes that.
Yeah,
Anti-Semitic, right?
Like you believe that you're anti-Semitic because you believe that Jews killed Christ, and that's why they all suck. Because his dad was one of these, fundamentalist Catholics too. So it all, I guess, rolls downhill. Sunday, of course, is the Super Bowl, but I also forget that it's also
Big game, Alan.
the big game. It's also Groundhog Day, which is why, again, we're watching the Chiefs play the 49ers.
Over and over, like we've been here before.
But they pull, I saw Bill Murray. They somehow got him to agree to doing a Groundhog Day bit for a Super Bowl commercial for Jeep.
Oh, wow.
So they got Brian Doyle Murray, who was the mayor, his brother, and they got Bill Murray, and they got Stephen Tobolowsky, who was Needle-Nose Ned Ryerson.
Oh, Ned Ryerson.
So these guys are doing a Groundhog Day bit for a Jeep commercial that'll air in the Super Bowl. And Bill Murray is famously a guy that doesn't have an agent or a manager. You somehow get his phone number, and then you call his house.
So you want to do this?
Yeah, I think he lives in like Raleigh or something. And they got him to do it. I feel like we're like in an age now where Bill Murray has maybe reached the point in his life where he's just more open to maybe having fun and doing goofy stuff, whereas before he was a bit more of a recluse. So you'll see him, I guess, chasing a
I mean, he was definitely trying.
groundhog.
He was chasing Oscars and stuff like that in movies like Osmosis Jones and Larger Than Life. The Man Who Knew Too Little.
Was
he
that-
just really wanted the accolades.
And there's a great tie-in to the Super Bowl. Because you recall, Larger Than Life, the Elephant movie, also starred a young Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I think that was actually Janine Garofalo.
No, she is the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
All right.
Jimmy Garoppolo, the actress, was in Larger Than Life, the Elephant movie with Bill Murray. If I recall correctly, and I'm almost positive that I
You're
do.
close
usually
enough.
right. So
And, I mean, he wasn't right about balaclavas. Let's remember that.
that's why I said usually. Not always, but usually.
Once again, the eyes of the nation have turned here to this tiny village in western Pennsylvania. Blah, 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 blah. There is no way that this winter is ever going to end. As long as this groundhog keeps seeing his shadow, I don't see any other way out. He's got to be stopped. And I have to stop him.
I've never seen that movie.
It's a fun movie.
But what is Bill
It kind of came
Murray-
out of nowhere, and I don't think I think on paper people thought it was going to be really stupid, but it's very well
very
done.
good, yeah.
It's just a fun, good movie.
He doesn't have a great track record with varmints. Is that what he calls the one in Caddyshack?
With varmints. Yeah.
Now he's messing with a groundhog.
He is messing with a groundhog.
He had a weird phase there.
Well, he's messing with Andy McDowell.
Yeah, weird phase in movies that were 15 years apart.
Yes. Those movies are 15 years apart.
Probably close to that, yeah. Maybe 12.
Maybe 12 or 13. Caddyshack was 80. I think Groundhog Day was probably 93, 94. Around there.
I like Caddyshack a lot.
You like Caddyshack too,
Really?
with Jackie Mason.
No.
You don't like Caddyshack?
It does not hold up for me.
Really?
Oh, it's garbage.
See, I thought it was garbage from the jump, but funny garbage. So when I see it again, I watch it exactly as I did the first time.
No.
I never thought it was like some brainy piece of comedy that
No.
came out of SNL. But I thought that it was
It's
goofy.
stupid and it's funny.
It's like Animal House.
Yeah.
It was never a great movie. But
Animal
it's,
House is another one that I think is overrated.
I've never seen Animal House.
I think you're probably right, but it's funny enough where if it's on, I go,
I think
okay, I get it. It's funny.
I think it's funny if you saw it in that time, but like I saw those movies much later.
So did
and
I.
they were like, but really, you like Caddyshack is so like there's a funny scene or two, but for the whole movie, it just drags and drags and drags.
How do you feel about Stripes?
Stripes I like for the first half.
Okay.
As soon as they start doing actual war, you're like, what is this movie?
Right when they're in that tanker
Yeah.
trailer or whatever. Yeah.
That's like Happy Gilmore. Like Happy Gilmore is such a great movie. Then he gets good at golf. You're like, well, this isn't fun anymore. No,
The
he's
good
just
at golf part is only like 15 minutes
I
of
know.
the whole movie. They're wrapping it up with him being good at golf.
Okay, I've got $1,000 here to give to you. A chance for you to go fund yourself. Good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword tattoo to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's tattoo to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
Ghostbusters, Bill.
Love Ghostbusters.
That holds up?
That holds up to me. Yeah.
Effects aside, it holds
Yeah,
up.
these are all my opinions. You're allowed to like whatever you like. I'm just saying, to me, those other movies aren't doing it, but Ghostbusters I love.
Now, are those guys all going to be, I mean,
I don't
Rip
think you're
Harold
going to get
Ramis.
all of them.
Well, no, but are they going to, the remaining guys are going to be in the Paul Rudd Ghostbusters?
I don't know. I think so, but I don't know how
I didn't know
big
there
a role.
was a Paul Rudd Ghostbusters.
Yeah, there's a Paul Rudd Ghostbusters, and it takes place in a small town, and it's
Looks more like
gritty
Stranger
reboot.
Things.
Yeah.
With Spengler's daughter.
I like
kids.
Paul Rudd too.
I like Paul Rudd too, but I just as much backlash as they got for doing the girl Ghostbusters, the way people saw this and they're like, "Oh, this looks amazing." I'm like, "This doesn't look like Ghostbusters either."
Yeah.
Yeah, looks too serious.
What about Bob?
What about Bob's
What
incredible?
about Bob? Love that movie.
Incredible.
Quick change.
Never saw it.
Never saw that either.
Kingpin.
Yes.
Yeah, probably towards the top of my list for Bill Murray characters.
Rushmore.
Rushmore's great.
Osmosis Jones.
It's okay. I actually really like Bill Murray's part in that, but the cartoon part's kind of drag.
Okay.
But Bill Murray's really gross and funny in that movie.
Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Oh, even better.
All
I
right.
mean, as far as sequels go.
Yeah. Life Aquatic. See, I still have.
Oh, see, now Life Aquatic,
I
I
have
love a
still
lot.
never finished Life Aquatic.
I never
It's
started
so
it.
funny.
I get into those Wes Anderson movies are so goddamn twee. I will watch a half an hour and then I gotta go. Do I care about anything? Like Royal Tenenbaums, Dynamite.
Like that.
What's the Grand Budapest Hotel? Liked it a lot. Life Aquatic. I go.
Just can't do
can't
it.
do it.
Life
And I love
Aquatic
everybody
killed
in
me.
it. Like Goldblum. I love every. I go. I can't do it. It's too much.
There's some of those movies though where just everybody loves it, and you're sitting there like, this is just so not for me. Like I can't.
Yeah, and I'm like that with those. Like I
Caddyshack
I like
and-
the opposite of what you like when it comes to
Bill
Wes
Murray?
Anderson movies.
Oh.
Like I like Life Aquatic. I didn't quite care for Bottle Rocket. Like there's moments I like Bottle Rocket. I like Rushmore a lot, but like Grand Budapest, I was just like I don't want to watch this. Just fell asleep.
Alan, I'm Scott, who's out in Casper, Wyoming. Mary's favorite scene in Caddyshack has to be when the kid pukes in the Porsche sunroof.
Yeah,
right?
that's the best.
When what's his name? Spalding.
I don't
Spalding, the grandson,
It's gross.
pukes into the. All right.
I don't know what my favorite scene is. I like when this is gonna sound horrible.
If you preface it by "this is going to sound horrible,"
I almost said
is
the
it funnier
sentence.
than Baldwin Wallace jackets?
Probably not, dude. I was gonna say, I like this scene where Chevy Chase takes the young girl back to his house. I'm like, that's not how I wanted to say that, but I think that's a very funny. I like Chevy Chase's character a lot, so I think that's.
And I was
a very
born to
funny
lick your
scene.
face, that
yes,
whole thing?
It's like in the pool and just goofing off. I thought it was great.
All
See, I
right.
didn't like Chevy Chase. I was never a big Chevy Chase fan anyway, though. I always found him to be quite just. I don't know.
Well, that's his character in the movies. He's
Annoying.
arrogant, he's annoying, and he's like
But that
into himself
arrogant
and
and annoying
rich.
was not funny to me.
I love him in Fletch. Love those Fletch movies. But that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fletch Returns, you like that one? Or Fletch Lives?
Yeah, I like them both.
Is there two?
Yeah, Fletch lives.
Is there a Fletch Returns?
No.
Okay.
No. They kept trying. Kevin Smith kept trying to redo him with Affleck or something. But,
Okay.
but the girl in Caddyshack, that's Cindy Morgan, the blonde, she grew up in Chicago.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, they did all these write-ups like, she's in a major motion picture, blah, because I think she'd been like a theater actress or high school or something, you know. And I don't know if the woman's even still alive. I feel like that was the biggest thing she ever did was Caddyshack.
Maybe.
I feel like half the cast was the biggest thing they ever did.
Well, I thought that. Well, I watched it not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago. I'm like, I don't know who, like any of these people. They're not doing anything else, you know. Like even the main. Who's the main character?
Danny?
Danny. You know, I know that, but I'm saying
Yeah,
like,
but I
has
don't know who he is.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he still works, and he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah? Okay.
Michael O'Keefe, yeah. He's married to Bonnie Raitt for a long time. But he's in, like, Michael Clayton. He plays, like, a lot of bit parts.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a working actor and is real good in anything he's in. But he was a kid in Caddyshack.
Like, the ridiculousness of that movie, like, I get. Like, what's his face? Like, them just like, hey, can we put Rodney Dangerfield in this movie? Like, what's he going to do?
No.
He's just going to be Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Just going to be himself.
I don't
Yep.
think they
With a
couldn't
golf
have
club.
written that part for him. They're like, hey, man, here's your scene. Go ahead. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he's like,
Do whatever you got to do. We'll play along.
we're all getting laid.
But Ted Knight was funny, and... you
That
know.
Night's good. Yeah. I mean, it's a funny movie. It just doesn't, like, to me, it's not one of my favorite funny movies. It's not, and it doesn't hold up that well.
Well, I know, because your favorite funny movie is The Ugly Truth, right? With Katherine Heigl and
And Gerard Butler.
Butler.
I mean, what? I don't know.
I don't even know what that movie is.
No, that's your favorite movie.
I'm pretending like I don't know what it is, Mary.
But I digress from Punxsutawney Phil from Groundhog Day, because Sunday is Groundhog Day, and if you have never made the trip to Gobbler's Knob in PA, at least it used to be... Used to be all the Penn State kids would flood this town, you know, and then they'd pull this rat out of its hole or whatever.
That's the rat coming out of the hole.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Gobbler's Knob. But PETA says that it's past time that Punxsutawney Phil be replaced with an AI groundhog.
What?
The times change, and it should be evolved enough to... They were like, think of... And I think they're kind of missing the point, but I see what they're trying to do. They're like, every year we pull this thing out of the hole, and the people who are in charge of this swear that this animal is well taken care of.
Yeah.
But they're like, they pull the thing out, and then they predict how many more weeks of winter. They're like, imagine if we had an AI groundhog that could accurately predict how much more winter there was going to be. And I'm like, that's not
the fun
really
of
the
it.
point.
Yeah.
It's not the point. People are out there all hammered anyway. They're not going to pay attention.
Are people pre-gaming this? People getting drunk to
Oh,
go do
people
this?
You've never gone out there?
No.
It
No, people
is
get
bananas.
So drunk. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
party.
crazy.
That should be your bucket list while they're still doing it, is going to
Go see it?
Punxsutawney.
Yeah, well, there's still
Yes.
winter.
Yeah.
That's what's going to get rid of it before PETA does.
No more winter.
Yeah, just not having winters.
Or all winter.
Yeah.
All the time.
We'll see.
So, yeah, they pull this thing out of its stump or
How
whatever.
far is it from here?
Oh, it's a few hours.
Probably like
Punxsutawney,
6,
it's
7 hours.
It's like Central
that
PA.
far? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe 5.
Gobbler's Knob.
But I mean, the
It's
whole
3. 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh, there. Go for it.
I'll go on Sunday. I don't care. Who wants to go?
there you go.
I'll go.
Mary's going to Gobbler's Knob.
Oh,
There you go.
Is the promo for tomorrow? The Alan Cox Show.
So PETA, they're not pleased with this, and they want an artificially intelligent groundhog to be pulled out. AI is surrounded by enough mystery to make a fine replacement, they say.
Nah, we need the real one. And they've gone through more than one Punxsutawney. There's probably like, what, we're on like the 6th or 7th?
Well, thanks for ruining it for me,
Yeah.
Bill.
Well, they got to, keep it fresh.
Punxsutawney Phil is 134 years old. All
is
right,
he?
it's
Like
called
a-
biological immortality. It's like a
like a sea
lobster
turtle.
or a sea turtle.
yeah.
They've
Sea
been doing
turtles
this.
are the groundhogs of the sea.
They've been doing this. They're called seafloor hogs.
Oh my gosh.
Since 1887, they've been doing this.
Her wheeze and your snort, like you guys are a match made in hell.
Okay. Anyway, if any of our bureau chiefs in Central PA want to go out and meet Mary out there at Punxsutawney, they get out there early though. If the Penn State kids still do get out there, because it's mostly college kids. Just
What
out there
time does it
drinking.
happen at? What?
I mean, they start. I think they pull that thing out around 7, so people are
In
out
the
there at
morning?
like 3, 4
Oh,
in the morning.
boy.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to leave here that early. That's pretty inconvenient, you know.
Well, you'd have to get online and find out.
Maybe I
How
will
bad
do
you
this
want a
on
gobbler
Sunday.
knob?
I've gobbled a knob.
Let me ask you this: do you own a top hat?
I do not.
Oh, okay. So you could ingratiate yourself with the guys who pull Phil out of his hole.
All right.
Maybe you could pull Phil out of his
Man,
hole.
if I had a nickel for every Phil I pulled out of a hole.
Yeah! All right, man.
No babies.
All right, I got a break. If you want to get a text in, 35192, plenty to look at, to thrill your eyes and arouse the senses at AlanCoxShow.com.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeart